It's a project that has been a decade in the making. Transforming a once polluted body of water into a recreational space is paying dividends, and work on a new marina is wrapping up. Here's more. This is the future site of Carteret's new 185-slip marina. Within the coming weeks, a portion of the slips will become available in time for this boating season. The remaining slips are expected to be in place by this fall. The marina will be able to house 25-foot to 85-foot boats. There will also be a 17-foot draft, a pump-out station, and fueling dock. Town Mayor Daniel Ryman has been spearheading the project.
So the way it's structured is there's a base rate which everyone pays, and if you're a Middlesex County resident, there's a discount. If you're a local resident or veteran, there's a discount. So the range will be anywhere from $95 a foot up to $125 a foot, depending upon the size of the boat and where it's coming in from.
While the marina project is nearing completion, it appeared, at times, that the plan would never be set in motion. Before construction could get underway, Carteret needed approval from several agencies, a process that Mayor Ryman says took years.
This was a 10-year battle with every state and federal agency possible, including the Army Corps and the Coast Guard, who sat there some time ago and said, we're not going to sign off on this project. Ultimately, the borough had to appeal the initial denial, and we had to go down to Virginia and make our case to the Army Corps District, the General. And at that point in time, when it was fully vetted and reviewed, the Army Corps Colonel out of New York approved the project, and the Coast Guard Captain of the port approved the project, along with 20 other state and federal agencies and regulatory bodies.
The next challenge, the remediation project, which would be no easy task. In 1838, I.T. Williams opened in New York City before relocating to Carteret and creating the largest mahogany plant in the world. The company acquired 70 acres along the waterfront, which gave them 1,300 feet of frontage with the Arthur Kill and allowed them to create a cove for the wood being unloaded from around the world. The $20 million dredging project began in July 2016 to remove 135,000 cubic yards of contaminated sediment. The mayor says from an economic perspective, the project may not have looked like it made sense.
And so who would have dredged that to build a marina? But the point is that there was money available.
Carteret received $17 million from the New Jersey Brownfields Development Area as part of the Hazardous Discharge Site Remediation Fund. The Office of Natural Resource Restoration provided $13 million for the marina and expansion of the Riverwalk. $7 million was provided by the Middlesex County Open Space and Recreation Fund, and the state of New Jersey provided an additional $1 million through the Green Acres program.
That made the project work. So if you look at it just from economics of saying, okay, let's build a marina, it's questionable. When you look at, because you're doing an environmental remediation project, and regardless of what the end use was going to be, you had to remediate, you had to clean up the cove, you had to take a look at the water quality, you had to remove 100 years worth of sediment that had heavy metals and had arsenic in the water. So the remediation was done, and that was the most difficult part. The next step, which is not easy, but it's under construction now, of course, is the marina itself.
In order to help support the slips, close to 600 steel piles are being driven as far down as 60 feet into the bedrock. Once the marina is fully up and running, the work doesn't stop.
As soon as this project is complete, we'll be under construction on an event center behind the marina, which will have a bar, lounge, restaurant, and areas for meetings and stuff.
The marina and eventual event center are part of the overall transformation of the Carteret waterfront. Just over a decade ago, the town began converting the area next to the marina. What currently stands is a waterfront park that includes a 1,200-foot-long fishing pier, a boat ramp, and a miniature golf course.
When we opened the park, it was the first time in 100 years that the residents of our community, that the public had access to the waterfront, the natural water body down here. So this has come on in phases. The initial thing was the pier, then the park, the pier extension, now the marina. The Riverwalk will be under construction by the end of this year. The Riverwalk will take us for a total of 2 miles along the channel. You'll have a boardwalk going north, you'll have a Riverwalk going south. This is going to be a spectacular renaissance for waterfront and for public access along the waterfront. It's geared towards our Carteret residents, but we have a lot of visitors coming in from central New Jersey who take advantage of fishing or boating currently and come down here to use the amenities that we have. And it's really the goal is to make it a regional destination.
Another amenity that can help make this waterfront a regional destination is a ferry. Mayor Ryman and elected leaders from across New Jersey recently announced that a ferry terminal will be coming to Carteret. The Federal Transit Administration has awarded New Jersey Transit $9 million, $6 million of which will be going towards a 299-seat ferry that will run between Carteret and Lower and Midtown Manhattan. A 1996 study by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey found Carteret would be a viable location for ferry service. Mayor Ryman calls the ferry a game changer, and the goal is to have service up and running in the next 18 months to 2 years.
The ferry terminal will automatically increase property values in town, will help with the additional residential and commercial development in town. It'll provide for that intermodal transportation. We're less than 5 minutes from the train station in Rahway or from the train station in Woodbridge. This location where this ferry terminal is being built is less than 1 mile off the New Jersey Turnpike. So you're going to have commuters coming from all over central New Jersey to use this ferry terminal and this ferry service to Manhattan.
And if being along the waterfront isn't your thing, the town is redoing the high school's football field, which will be for not only the students, but also the town's residents.
Once it's complete, you'll have a brand new synthetic turf field for football, for baseball, for soccer, for band. And then we'll start looking at redoing the stadium. We're cleaning up the stadium and making other ADA compliant improvements. But once it's complete, it will also be a public park. So during the day, it'll be secured for access for the students and for the staff. And after hours and on weekends, it'll be a public park allowing residents to go in there and use the trail and to use the running track.
Big things are happening in Carteret.
We got a long way to go, though.
And 10 of the Marina slips will be used by the New Jersey State Police.